Which one of these is us? 619. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Grimrock. So I did go back off camera at some point in time, and I collected those notes. I think we only found 3 of them. I kind of just stopped when I found like the one that was like I got separated, because that sounds like the first note. While I was up there, I also grabbed that staff that I left behind, which you can in fact dual wield, so he just has a little more energy now. There we go. Anything else? Right, I had to hit like a button over here maybe to open up this exit again. And then you see I like danced around looking for that button at first, so there was actually something here. I think it was chain gloves, ring gauntlets. So I picked those up. And that's all you really missed. As you see, I didn't go and finish the rest of this floor yet. I did also mark this because, like, we still have this map thing, and I'm not sure where that's pointing. I put here, like, maybe that makes sense, but it doesn't because the shape doesn't line up. The box has to be from the top. You know, I'm the cream of the crop, and the cream always rises to the top. So aside from that, when I was backtracking, come on, page, right around the exit to one of these floors, I don't remember which one. Yeah, right here. Right here is where we come up from the lower floor. And when I'm here, I hear slime sounds, which means a slug is hiding in the wall somewhere, but I don't know how to get to it. So we obviously missed a secret. Nothing I can do about that, though. Obviously, I could go back and look, but the issue is our characters have a hunger system. So, like, for a game that wants you to explore it, they kind of, like, made that impossible. Because now, if I backtrack, I have to worry about losing more hunger meter and, like, running out of food eventually. Which is why I kind of realized the genius of, implementing the scoring system that this mod added. It's like, if they limit the food even more than before, make it like incredibly harsh, so you actually have to keep moving. Like, whoever solved these puzzles the fastest would end up with the most loot by the end. Right. Still don't know how to open that. This is the time and bullshit. Time and tide. This one is the... No, this one? XX. Trials of Fault. This one is the catacombs, I think. I only vaguely remember these names. And this one is Beast Garden. Right, that's all worthless information. But let's open up the map again, because I didn't mean to close it. Yeah, the time and tide, they're just... We need to find out how to get into here somehow. What is this? What is this? How do we get there? Is that maybe from falling on the floor above? No, because that's where all that crap is that I'm thinking of. But also, I need to, like, get into these rooms, so, like, falling in a hole in any of these could be useful as well. I think that's how we got here. So, like, 1, 1... Portal crossplate. Oh. 2, 2. Just help orient ourselves. I'll say like 3, 3. So what we're looking for might be about here. The catacombs. I don't think I fell through any of these. We could also try falling down one of these, though I think that would just put us over here. I think that's our best bet. Catacombs. Am I? I also want to, like, scan the wall on this side for any buttons. See if that will just open up the way for us. Tide. Beast Gardens. House of Thought. Catacomb. Okay. Light spell. I remember how to cast some things. Okay, so I need to put something down, some junk. Fucking rock. Yeah! Where do we go? Hey, we're in a new part. Perfect. So glad they lined up 1-to-1 like that. Otherwise I probably would have just moved on. Think of secrets, boyo. Like that. Oh no, it's too far. Ah? I just opened up a shortcut, but it didn't like do anything useful. Those are probably the footsteps that I kept hearing earlier, though. Oh, okay, okay. So that's that. And I can put... what is this, 4? 4, 4, something like that. So then I still need to find a hole over here-ish that I can fall down, which is not on the map, of course, which means that I don't fall. I have to find a way in from down here somewhere, I think. Right? Unless I'm misreading it and, like, it's rotated, so going up might... but it doesn't. Oh no. That's 1, 1. So going over here probably just puts us back here. If I'm not mistaken. There's gotta be more secrets. I'm guessing that that locked room has the cog key in it. Only makes sense. Also possible that that button we pushed opened up more than it would first appear. Because, you know, the last 2 buttons we did had us, like, get ambushed on every side. Pretty sure I pushed that one before. Right, that's the Defiler room. There's definitely stuff moving on the other side of this wall. So from 3 to back here, perhaps, it's more likely that this is just the spot where I'm standing right now. So, like, around here, maybe? Still not sure how I even get in here, but it's likely there's a button to, like, go into there from there, right? What the helmet? Whatever else might be in there too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just lame. So we are going to take the hotel back up. and then try and figure out how to get in here. It's really strange that I don't remember. Obviously there's a portal somewhere that takes you there, right? No, actually, that might be the trapdoor room from the floor above, right? Pillar of light. Where's the exit? This one right here. When you fall down, that puts you there. And then if you fall down over here, probably puts you in there. So the question is, have I tried falling down that hole? Give it a shot. Going the right way. Also, we found that treasure map at the, like, crystal room. It's possible that that's related to the next floor, so I'm not, like, stressing too much about that just yet. No, it could also be pointing us towards the key. No, that is not it. That's not it because it's on the wrong side. Okay. Perfect. Because more or less where I thought it would. Which is the room with the pressure plate that did nothing. Perhaps it does something. No, I left the rock on it. But what does the pressure plate do? Well, I wanna go through this portal then. Which of course takes us to nowhere. Yeah, I'm stumped. Stumped like a quadruple amputee. I just want to check out Time and Tide again then. It's possible that the key is on the next floor as well. I'm mostly enticed by the thing because it has a key, right? But like... what if it's just junk? Like that iron helmet, that's probably junk. Probably gonna get rid of it at some point. I don't necessarily need to have it. But the locked door. Oh, the locked door. There could be anything behind that locked door, even another key. It's a porthole. That's how we get in. Portal. Though it's also possible that portal is what takes us where we want to go. Is of course the floor below. Have I fallen down one of these just yet? Yeah. It looks that way. No secrets down here either. Well, that did suck. But what do you suppose would happen if I took this rock and I went on one of these instead? Nothing. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm doing a shitty Swedish accent. Yeah, that's a lie, I do know. I was contemplating booting up Heroes of the Storm. I enjoy playing the fucking Vikings, even though everybody shits on you. Yeah, I was just looking for ways to free up space in my hard drive. I was like, do I even play this? I'm like, nah. I don't play it, but every so often I boot it up and I like crush puss for like a month and I don't touch it again for a year. So like, alright, I'll just leave it. I won't update it, but I'll leave it. Now, the Vikings are an interesting case because, obviously, yes, if you are elite pro gamer, MLG 420, you macro manage, you send one guy into each of the lanes so they can get all of the experience and level up your team, like, hella fast, as if you had 2 additional guys. But, you know, that's not easy. But everyone expects you to play them that way anyways, even in the fucking scrub tier. However, if you just keep them all together, they're pretty solid damage dealers. In fact, the 3 guys themselves are like, they all complement each other. Like, none of them are particularly good on their own. In fact, they kind of suck. But, you know, I've always done, like, a solid job just playing them as a fucking swarm. Same goes for their fucking Dota equivalent Meepo. Give it a shot. I see. That's how nothing. And what we want is like right here, bruv. But there's no hole to fall down, which means that there's a button. And we get there through a portal. We need a key, which could possibly lead to the portal. So, you know, I think that maybe we should just move on. You know, we did a whole lot of nothing. I think it's time to move on. I'm just gonna pray that the key is on the next floor and that that door leads to a portal, which takes us right here, or right here, and then that takes us down to there, and then there's just another portal that puts us back at wherever we are in this next level. Jank. Nice. I never actually took a look around this room. I was too worried about getting my fucking butthole demolished by the swarm. Alright, next floor, baby. Oh, who's this sex symbol? Just got a plate helmet on and nothing else. What a man. Nah, I'm kidding. This guy, he's a fag. This guy, he fucks. And by fag, I mean cigarette, because he gets smoked by this guy. Nobody's gonna get mad if I actually use that word offensively, though, right? I'm pretty sure the community's repossessed it. Fist dagger? Does that count as a fist or a dagger? It's garbage. It ain't no fist nor no dagger, it's just junk. Box. Slime bell. Used for curing rheumatism, cramps, and back problems. Nice. Nice skulls. Iron key. The skull on it. I want her to just be like a little statue of David penis on one of these. He like pull like a lever. and it opens up a door. I don't know if this game was like that detailed with its hidden buttons or not. And the one I was talking about earlier, though, Batbarian, you'd just like look around on shelves and be like, this bolt isn't supposed to be here, like it's asymmetrical. And you click it, you like turn the bolt. And that's your secret button. The puzzles in that were pretty decent. So they weren't quite as mind-melting as this game's. Really though, it was just a solid experience all around. More ring gauntlets, nice. So... it's strange to think that the mage is encouraged to wear heavier equipment. Because they can't really rely on evasion at all. When normally wearing heavy equipment like incurs penalties to cast time and mana costs and stuff. Open the store then. Is that the Slime King? Is he wearing a crown? He is. It's the Slime Boy. I don't know why you keep calling him slime. Those are enemies in this game, I think, like gelatinous cubes. You boyo. So, if he's just addressing us as a different rank every time we see him, does that mean that he's going to call us Master eventually, and we get a Slime Man party member? Still keep saying slime, he's a slug. Slimy slug. Scroll of Fire Shield. Well, that's like obvious, right? Yeah. I already figured out that the middle symbol means like shield, or perhaps it means self. Fire resist? I mean, anybody can use that, really. Right, Axel. Short bow. We've already got one of them. We don't even use it. Hungry big guy? No? What if I cast Fire Shield? Oh. It takes a really long time before you're skilled enough to cast anything but Fire Burst. I guess that's not true. I can cast some spell. I can cast two some spells. I just don't know what they are. Could fiddle around for a bit. I'm assuming it's only a two-thing combo, but, like, there's obviously more complex combos. I have to assume that not all the spells come in the form of scrolls either. It's annoying to think about, really. I don't like the look of that. Not one bit. Why is it so blue? Hurts my eyes. Oh. It makes a little tick sound when you do them in the correct order, I think. So, like, it wants me to go. No? Ah. Ah, strange. Oh shit, it's not paused. Oh no. Oh no, now we're surrounded, boys. Shit. Oh. 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 Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, you bastards. Oh! Oh no. Oh shit. Oh! Got me with the gas. I love how I, like, backed up to go into this spot like that was a good idea. It was not. There. Damn it. Ah, I have to do it in quick sequence. Oh no. smelly bitch. Hit him with that Skyrim save scum. Didn't even need it. Oh shit, there's more. It's the worst kind too. I better fight him here. Oh no. Little fungoid. What is this? Grace of Fortitude. And a piece of food. Health regeneration rate plus 20%. Food consumption rate plus 20%. Alright, so if I equip this, will he regenerate health? There's no way of telling, is there? No, okay, I can just leave the screen open for a bit. It either means healing rate, because I don't think health regen's a thing. Nope, he is regenerating. Okay. Cut back to like 2 episodes ago where I said I wasn't using potions because we were just gonna regenerate while we're exploring. It's definitely not something that you want to have on at all times because it doesn't have any defense benefit. But for now, it's alright, isn't it? Oh no. This room. Well, what do we gotta do? Buttons. And that seems easy. Lightning arrow. An unseen hand directs your path. Creepy. Before I get too deep into this. Bam. The defiled room. Not sure if that's a plant man or an insect. Fly boy. His fapping sounds. I know I just looked over every inch of this room. Okay, well, that was a waste of health, but now my map's more filled out, so it makes me feel OCD good. That's how you spell good, right? E-O-O-C-D. Whoa! You! Okay, okay, there's a pressure plate. Oh! I didn't have to stand there. Oh. That's not good. Any secret boys over there, boyo? You're probably gonna hear me say that a lot, because I started playing Hades again. I never finished it, like, you know, I beat the game a long time ago, I just never got to the epilogue. That is to say, did most of the content in the game, right? It just takes a long time, like, you have to keep doing runs, whether it's successful or not does not matter at that point. But, you know, we talked about Assassin's Creed Origins last time, and how I was either going to start playing Immortals Fenyx Rising or Odyssey next. So, you know, we've got ourselves back in the Greek mood. Shit. So, talk more about that. I can tell you that I actually ended up picking Immortals Fenyx Rising to go with first, because I was actually kind of looking forward to that game for a long time. Back when it was still called Gods and Monsters, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. It looks like they're not trying to be mature. And you know what? They're definitely not. I'm actually really enjoying the game so far. So much so that I did, in fact, go and buy the Season Pass, because the DLC even seems like a new level of creative for Ubisoft. That, in the descriptions, the first one is like an expansion of the main game. Like an additional campaign. And then the second one, which just came out, is like a completely different game, I guess. Or like it takes place in Chinese mythology instead. Yes, Chinese, not Japanese, Chinese. Definitely Chinese. Which I thought super cool. I have no idea if any of the DLCs are good, but like, I'll take it. I bought the pass on discount, so it's whatever. And the third one's gonna be like Norse question mark? And like the second two all have like different protagonists as well, so like if you didn't care for Phoenix not spelt like the bird, then they've got you covered. So it looks like that activated a portal that took me... Bitch. It took my rock from the other platform over here. So I still have no idea what the portal does for this one, but I'd sure like to find out. Surely this is important, right? Why else did I have to make my way all the way over here? Like, they blocked off that plate so you couldn't just throw anything to it. If I back up when I throw, I'll have a path across. Can I step on this? Garbage, that's what. Hello? What? Oh, what'd that do? No. Wait, is this the room? Nah, it's not the room. But, like, that note, it has that symbol, so, like... Gotta be related. What is this? Note. I preserved some of my extra header caps in a nearby room. I'm not sure what the exact sequence of events was to open the door, but I think I had to do it 3 things, and I'm certain that at one point I pulled the lever repeatedly, leaving it in an upright position. Hope the food hasn't gone bad. No, I think it multiplied. I didn't know there was a shortcut for resting. Are you still there? I know a way out, but I can't make it there by myself. Need to work together. Descend towards the bottom of the mountain. We can meet there. Man, fuck you, Torum. Well, that sounded like it was something. Something good? Did that bring the rock to me? What did it do? Apply thy weight to every door. Huh? Nah. Like, you want me to put the buttons on all the things? Okay, I think I just need to put the one on this. What the shit? That's scary. What? Strange patterns. So, this is actually like a pretty early programming exercise that you might do in school. You make a little game called Lights On, Lights Off. essentially just this, but probably a lot less complex. Simpler patterns. And the goal is obviously just to get all of these green. The strange patterns makes it so difficult, though. Is this just like a flat reset button? Is that why everything gets fucked up every time I push it? It feels that way. I'm absolutely just clicking these at random. Smart man would like pull out a piece of paper and see where these overlap, like save time. But not a smart man today. Oh, right. So, the whole point of the exercise is to teach you about booleans, which is just like a true false, or a 0, 1. It's not like that's all this is. Just a grid of true, false. Not that that wasn't obvious just by looking at it. But I think it's effective. So work eventually. For a poor boy doesn't starve to death. Speaking of starving. What? try to say something, they get muted, or what's up with the new notification? Oh boy. Brain hurt. Hold on, is this like simpler than I thought? Do I just need to touch all of them at some point? Oh, wasted like minutes. Scroll of Enchant Shock Arrow, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's pretty cool. I don't know if I even want to consume that, and I have no idea what down does, I have no idea what right does, but we have shock and then up, which is like, maybe that's self? Like middle is possibly just like magic in general, like neutral magic, and then this is self, because it's shaped like a person. So like magic on self is light. Or like magic and fire is you know, shield. So then would right be an arrow perhaps? Interesting. I want to find something else similar to that so I can compare notes. I thought that this meant like ground or something. Right, so what was I saying before I got my mind melted? Right, we picked Fenyx Rising to go with. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't want to talk too much about it before we're actually done with the initial campaign, but see, I think that the combat feels pretty great. It's kind of got elements of like a God of War game. It's kind of fluid, feels a lot like Darksiders, maybe. And I really like how they didn't restrict any of the abilities from you, really, from the beginning. Obviously, this game is getting a lot of comparisons to Breath of the Wild. Probably mostly because of the art style, but other reasons too. Instead of just handing you the abilities, you can just, like, you buy them with the collectible currency that you get. So, like, it doesn't force you through any tutorials or whatever. Or it does, but, like, just for a couple things. A lot of the other things are more like, figure out how to use them creatively yourself. Did I not get a key? I did, okay. So, you know, they don't force them on you, aside from just, like, your telekinesis thing. Which has much better combat potential than, telekinesis in, Breath of the Wild. That's probably part of what makes it feel more like Darksiders, and that all the tools seem to have been designed for combat, as well as puzzles. But then, like, the Breath of the Wild comparisons partially come from, like, there are these things called Typhon Volts all over the map that you go to get, basically the Spirit Pearl things, whatever. Here's Zeus's Lightning and various other collectibles. They use to upgrade your core stats. And those are just like, you know, little generically built mini dungeons all over the place. Just like the shrines, of course. The thing is, well, in Breath of the Wild, I felt like these shrines are also meticulously designed that there only was one solution in many of the cases. And this, it seems like you're completely free to cheese it however you may wish. Which feels pretty good most of the time. When they really want you to do something one way, like maybe you'll be doing a pressure plate puzzle and like they want you to solve a puzzle to get the things that you put on the pressure plates, right? But like normally you could have just put any old rock on the pressure plate and it would have worked. Or you might have to like stack several of them up. Jesus Christ. I thought that was it walking. There. What do you mean he died anyways? What do you mean he died anyways? Right, so normally you just use any old rock, and like that works in a lot of the cases in like the overworld, but also, fuck, sometimes they might like make sure that there were like no rocks for like a year on the map around the puzzle area in question to make sure that you do it correctly, which is like smartly designed, but also if you're that dedicated to not doing it correctly, you can absolutely go and walk that rock from forever away. And then, like, with the platforming stuff, too, a lot of your combat abilities have, platforming capabilities, too. Like, there's a little shield charge thing that, like, makes you invincible while you charge forward. But you can also use that to dash your lasers and, of course, move over to gaps real quick. And so, like, when you do the weekly challenges, they'll usually be like, you have your stamina regenerate constantly, and you're supposed to, like, use those in, like, spam mode to, try and jump over gaps that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to in the game. I know, I was disappointed too when I took the jump just to discover there's nothing useful here. Oh. But, like, in that same line, like, outside in the normal challenges, sometimes you'll enter a vault and it'll tell you you didn't get the power you need to do this yet, right? But because of how open-ended so many of these things are, I've been able to smoosh my way through most of the ones that have given me that warning, which feels awesome. Sure, things took a bit longer than they could have, but, I didn't have to come back later. And I got to prove that the game was wrong. It just like forced me to come up with a more creative solution than what they had in mind, I guess. Oh, these fucking crabs are so strong. Why you sidestepped me? I thought I had another tile back to move. Like aside from all of that stuff, like I'm enjoying the whole puzzle and platforming element of it so far. A little bonus over how Zelda's gliding work is you can do a little boost with your wings, which is another ability that you buy, but like it's just nice to like glide but fast. I always appreciate like time saves like that. You can also like summon your mount on the fly like that. I did watch reviews before I bought it, like any smart consumer. And a lot of people were like complaining about how the sprint requires you to do a dodge before you start actually sprinting. And like they said that it would cause them to fall off ledges or whatever when they're doing consecutive jumps, but like those people are dumb, because if you just hold the freaking sprint button, or the dodge button rather, that's why you dodge first, because it's the same button, you just hold it and then you start running fast. So like instead of spamming dodges, you can just hold the button and run away fast, which feels pretty great. Yeah, if you just hold the button while you're doing the jump, you won't do a dash when you land on the ground. You'll just go back to sprinting. So like it works just fine. It feels pretty great actually. And the art style, I'm not 100% sold on. It looks a lot like Fate or Fable. But the issue is most of these characters are adults and they look like children. And like, see, I just met Athena, who is like cursed to be a child again, which she hates. So like she looks good as a child because it like meshes with the art style well with the big eyes and such. But like all the other characters who are adults just look a little too young and skinny. Their hands are big. I don't dislike it though. A lot of the armor and weapon designs are pretty cool. So like, you know, when I'm not looking at the character as a human, they're pretty sick, I guess. Cool. Double throw. Do I want more energy? Might. All these willpower bonuses kind of force you to keep taking this route. Because, you know, you get additional mana for your willpower when you level up. So, like, you want to maximize those gains. Saying. So yeah, combat feels great, movement feels great. Not sold on the art style, but I think that's nice anyways for the most part. the game still runs about as well as the Assassin's Creed games, which I was like a bit baffled by considering how like low poly everything is, but the issue is, just like the Assassin's Creed games, they just have like an obscene amount of detail on everything. So like you lower your texture settings and it just like removes some of the dirt. As opposed to pixelating the texture itself. So like, you know, you'd think to something more cartoony it would probably run on a lower end machine, but that is not the case. And then, right, the other thing, the other big major point of the reviews that I watched was that, like, the game tries to take a wackier tone. Like, it tries to be a little funny, doesn't take itself too seriously. And, you know, when that's the whole tone of the game, you want it to actually be funny, and most people seem to think that the comedy is, like, hit and miss. And, look, I don't think that's, like, the most highbrow comedy all the time. Like, this is definitely supposed to appeal to maybe a younger audience, but kind of in, like, a SpongeBob fashion, there are a lot of adult jokes that are just understated all over the place as well. And, you know, it does make me chuckle pretty consistently. Not like full rawful, but chuckle. So, like, I think it is funny, actually. The gate of iron shall open if you take your time and rest in the place where the danger, or the dragons gaze. Okay. I don't know, I feel like maybe the general population has been kind of dumbed down by this sitcom that's like, here's the laugh track, that was a joke, it was funny, okay? Here are people laughing, even though it's canned laughter. And so, like, without the laugh track, maybe people just don't get certain jokes. I don't know, maybe that's just me being elitist about it. But, like, for example, Family Guy, I think is entertaining, but it doesn't make me laugh. I can't hear you, but I know you can hear me. Tried to talk to the other people that have been here before you. They were criminals, but I sense that you I can trust. So like Family Guy, it doesn't make me laugh. Like, you know, sometimes they got a good joke, but normally it's just like kind of entertaining. It's on topic. It's like it's goofy, but it's not funny. And like on the other end, there's South Park, which is also on topic, but like it also doesn't make me laugh until it's like done being gross. I think that they got like they're gross most of the time. So, like, it just makes it hard to laugh. And I don't know, I think that this is definitely more on, like, the Family Guy end of things. Where the dragons gaze. There must be multiple dragons. Or maybe there's a spot where, like, they meet up. Chamber of Pits. Brad Pitt? It is evident these rooms have been explored by others before me. In particular, I have come across the writings of a Turum, who came through the dungeon at some time in the past. It is difficult to judge how long ago he may have ventured, as the passage of time seems to not have the same effect here. I will leave his notes in place. They may serve a guide to this labyrinth. Okay. Third tunnel. Like, I do think it's funny, or at least entertaining, and I appreciate that, considering how, like, mature all the AAA games have been recently. Here's mature next-gen Gray with, you know, stealth elements and crafting elements. Open world, of course. That's just like every AAA game now. And, like, the colors are just beautiful all the time. I did say I wasn't sold on the art style, but, like, the world itself looks great, not the characters. Interesting. Another thing people probably don't like is the Greek accents they gave everybody. I don't know if they're authentic or if they're fake, because I've never met someone who, like, immigrated from Greece, because you have to, like, win a lottery to actually get out of Greece, apparently. Like, in its current state. It gave me a hint because I pulled it so many times. Alright, game. You realize that I already figured out that I need to throw the rock, right? Game. Don't patronize me. No! Okay. Ha-ha! Oh. See, I guess maybe I should give you an example of, like, a joke from the game to, let you decide whether or not this stuff's funny. So early on, you actually get a pet Fenyx, like the fucking Firebird, and you don't call him Fenyx, and he hates his name, and like that's a joke in itself because you're already Fenyx. They don't want to confuse you, so you call it something else. But basically the thing fell out of the sky and you thought it was dead, so you like try to revive it and it doesn't necessarily work until it does its Phoenix thing and rebirths itself. But like before that happens, you're being guided by Hermes. He's like the only god who hasn't been cursed yet. And he's of course the goddess of tricksters, so he's just like a big joke boy. Anyways, he's there with you. He tells you what to do to revive the bird. And when you see that it doesn't work, he starts to walk off. He's like, alright, don't worry, pal. We'll go get some drumsticks. And then the bird, of course, resurrects. But, like, you know, it doesn't stop for a laugh track or anything. That was the joke right there. The bird died. Let's go get some fucking chicken legs. It's just, like, so ridiculously insensitive. That's what's funny about it. Well, like, it was an understated joke. Just little stuff like that all over the place. And it does get me. Guess the only other thing to say is that exploration feels pretty like great and meaningful, which I wasn't expecting to say from an Ubisoft game, you know. But like in comparison, Breath of the Wild feels like the Ubisoft game. This feels like a Nintendo game with how meaningful everything is. So like the world is split up into regions, which you can go to from any point, but of course they start you towards like the bottom of the map, and like as you work your way up, things get harder. So like you could go to the other side of the map right away, but you probably wouldn't do well over there. But anyways, each area is like dedicated to one of the gods that you have to free. Just like the Divine Beast, yes. And all throughout the area, all the like overworld puzzles are just like dedicated to the minor myths surrounding the gods and like the stories and stuff. So like the first area you'll end up in is probably Aphrodite's area, which focuses on like a girl that she put through childs called Psyche, and her husband, whose name is slipping my mind, and her son Eros, who's basically Cupid. And there are just like lots of areas dedicated to these people, and every time like you go to do these puzzles, the narrators will like tell you some of the legends, and they'll of course make more little quips about it. But I do feel like I'm learning some actual history from it. Not actual history, mythology, of course. It's not actual history. Hello? Okay, is his inventory full? I guess so. But, you know, I really appreciate the inclusion of all, like, the minor stuff that I've never heard before. And it makes me feel like, you know, the team actually cared. They did their research. But just like the fact that it's not just an icon on the map, you get like lore snippets every time you go to these places, and like These are all like temples built into the landscape as opposed to, you know, just a shrine that teleports you into the realm of nothingness to do a puzzle. One of the last puzzles I did was about, like, how, Athena had to intervene in, like, a court case where there was a draw, right? There were 6 votes against the guy and 6 votes for him. So, like, the god herself had to come down and decide it. And, like, as you learn about that, the puzzle has you do pressure plate things, and, like, you have to do puzzles around the whole building to get the things put on the plates. Then you also have to figure out what seats to put the plates on. And of course, once you have all the 6 members for it lit up, you get to do the final puzzle. And like, you see, it's like reenacting the myth in a way. I just think all of that is really cool, so I think exploring the world is a fucking joy. Am I saying that it's better than Breath of the Wild, which everyone's going to compare it to, regardless of how different they are? I don't know, maybe. I definitely like how gamey it is in comparison. I think that Breath of the Wild made a lot of strange design decisions that I don't necessarily agree with, though I still love it. I think that this is pretty great, though. It's definitely going to be like a cult classic hidden gem of the year. And, yeah. I'm just looking forward to playing a lot more of that. Also, I picked the fucking nightmare difficulty, and I am having a kind of rough time at points. Mostly because I'm an idiot and I choose to fight the optional bosses when I find them, as opposed to coming back when I'm stronger. But, like, I love that the game lets me do that. And I love that there are optional bosses. That's another thing that, like, Breath of the Wild was sorely missing. Breath of the Wild had 3 things that you could fight, and they were always the same fight. There were the Hinox, the Lynel, and the Stone Tolus things. And, like, there weren't really special variants of them. They were all just the same fight. And there's, of course, the little Calamity Ganon boys, but they're all the same fight as well, pretty much. And, you know, I think that a lot of people are probably playing Zelda for the fucking puzzles and boss fights, so, like, it's a really strange omission of them to not include that. Whenever these enemies want to stop coming, I'll pull that lever. I feel like I probably got more mileage out of talking about that than I thought I would, because again, I didn't want to go into like crazy detail while I finished it. Here's another dragon, so I should mark this on my map. Dragon. So, like, if I go from just here, it'd be like rest here. Gold key. There are plenty of gold blocks. You can hold on to him. Oh. Oh. Is this the room with the... yeah, okay. Wait, does that mean I can get my rock back? Rocky! Oh. Chainmail? Button in there. I wonder if they are related. Like the buttons and such. They are. I'm so smart. Ring mail. Leather brigadine. Alright. Faint aura of progression pervades this piece of armor. Does that mean that it'll finally make the enemies target me? Because I was thinking the other day, in addition to health being kind of useless because, like, the dodge boys seem to survive just a lot longer, there's no point in having a tank because, like, you only have to worry about one of the two guys in the front row getting attacked, but, like, not both. I guess the entire purpose of relegating it like that is just that, just that you have to divide up the loot, of course. So, like, you know, throwing weapons, you probably only want to have one guy that does that, so then, like, all the stuff goes to them. And, like, you'd want to have a light and heavy armor guy. Am I supposed to know how to get in there? Why am I seeing that? Well, I gotta check. I see, that's why I'm seeing it. I don't like it, but I'm sure I am seeing it. There's gotta be a button some way to open up that path. It's gotta be. The issue is with all those walls that came down in this room, it's really confusing to even know where to look. You know what? What if they're related just like the other thing? What if it's the lava? And that's why there's no turning back. Let's give it a shot. What? Yeah, it's pretty far off. Pretty far out, man. Let's even in some pants, some pantaloons. The second time I might have been able to make it in time. You know, on second time, an idiot, so, Ow. Well, I'll figure that out later. Maybe it has something to do with the key. The Ugandan key. Oh. I need another key. Where is the rest here? Evasion up. Don't make me laugh. Oh, actually, I don't have penalties anymore, do I? Sick. Ugh. I get that shield expert. Why can I not find myself on the map? I see, it's because I'm standing in a spot with a note, which means I was in the right place. I watched this dungeon being built, but they took it away from my people and twisted it. Build it with traps and riddles. Oh. That's not how this place is meant to be. The kingdom's actually just ran by the Riddler. Is that not where the dragon was? Nah, the dragon's right here, boyo. Maybe I don't actually have to sleep there, but rather just stand still for a while. Whoa! Son of a beach! And we pray and we pray and we pray. Every day, every day, every day. I like how you can see the door from here so you know if it worked or not. See, so I actually finally finished. Hey, it worked. I finished another game the other day. I've been working on it for a while, and in retrospect, it's not like that long. Ew. Where gains experience points faster? Do I give it to Squablo? Or maybe to me? Or should we just, like, wear it evenly? He's the mage. He'll cast more magic if he has more levels. Right, so I've been working on it for a while, and it's not, like, the longest game. I think it maybe took 20 hours total. But it got kinda hard, and it's actually funny that we're playing this now because they are pretty similar games. And, geez, I still haven't said the name. Let those who fly be summoned to guard this chamber against the trespass of those who do not. What? Right, Batbarian, Testament of the Primordials. So, as you might guess by the name, this is about a bat and a barbarian. Not one and the same, just a bat, like a barbarian and his pet bat. Or they're friends, I guess, because, you know, barbarians are like one with nature and shit, whatever. Let's see, so this game labels itself as an action-adventure RPG dungeon crawler. And it also, like, says something about, like, your choices, your dialogue choices mattering. This is another game that, like, tries to be funny, so, like, I do think that it's funny, first off, but, I'm not sure if your choices do matter in, like, the grand scheme of things. Like, sure, there are some ways where, like, you might have to, like, go through an alternate route if you didn't, like, manage to bribe the imps, get the achievement for that, or, like, one of the bosses can actually be spared if you're not a dingus and swing your sword around for fun, and he'll join you as a companion later on. And there are multiple endings depending on, one, whether or not you've gathered enough information, and two, whether or not you've made the right dialogue choices and completely explored the world. And, like, see, I got ending B, which is, like, mostly the correct ending. Like, I gathered all the information to get the true outcome. Just, I messed some things up at the end by, like, not figuring out one last puzzle, which kept me from getting the final piece of whatever it was I needed for the ending A. As far as the choices go, that's, like, what you got. Again, the game is funny. What is this? It's better to give than to receive. I don't take a mushroom, dude. Or am I just supposed to put something in each of these cells? Right, so it says it's a Metroidvania. Some people in the reviews are saying, no, that's not the case. I disagree. I think that it is. And what I guess they don't agree because the upgrades are mostly not for your character, rather they are for the bat. Which, I should probably explain how this game even plays. So it's a side-scrolly thing with spammy combat, like a typical Metroidvania. And basically, you have a guy with a sword, he can jump, and that's about all he can do. Jump and swing. But you also throw rocks and fruit to make your bat do stuff. And, see, the rocks are for, like, hitting switches in the distance. They don't do damage or anything. And the fruit just makes your bat go towards it so you can eat it. However, your bat is a special bat in that it emits light. It's like a Luma bat or something. So you can, like, throw the rock at these crystals to activate them like buttons. And sometimes you need to, like, stand near the crystal for a while for it to activate. Or sometimes you need to activate them in sequence. Or sometimes you need to, like, keep the bat on the switch for a while to actually get what you need done before he leaves it. Which is where your first upgrade comes into play, the sticky fruit. Which not only sticks to walls, which makes hitting certain switches possible, but it takes a while to chew on. So, like, it adds a delay. And that's the issue, that doesn't feel like an upgrade to people. That just, like, it's a puzzle mechanic. It increases the complexity of the puzzles that you'll do. And that's how most of the upgrades are. There is like a charge attack ring you get for yourself and some boots which make you move faster, which of course lets you jump over wider gaps as well, just by virtue of moving faster. But there are a couple other fruits that you get that have different functionality, like, and I'll just like not even talk about those to save some of the fun, but you can also get different forms for your bat eventually. So like a fire and ice form is what you get in addition to light, which are used for their own puzzle things. And then as you go on, you start to combine these. So like there'll be parts of the map that are expecting you to have all three forms, or just two of the forms, and like you'll have to like light one of the switches, and then you'll have to use the fire form to melt these ice balls that are rained down on you, or to melt this block or this icicle so you create a platform. And like it just wants you to start switching between all these things really fast, and the puzzles ramp up in complexity as you play. And I think that it does so at a pretty fair pace, though they do get pretty difficult, and in a way this game starts to feel like you're playing something more like Celeste. And I think that's very competent at what it does. But like the combat becomes an afterthought at a certain point, despite there being plenty of boss fights. God damn it. Your character also levels up, which is kind of arbitrary. Now, if I'm not mistaken on how this all works, you start with 100 attack and defense, and those are your only two stats. And I think your health maybe goes up as well, or it could just be related to your defense. But killing bosses usually nets you a health increasing item, which gives you another heart. So like that's how your health goes up, I guess, and defense plays the other part of that. But yeah, you start with 100, so that's like your base value, and seemingly everything you collect beyond that makes a negligible difference, because I think 200 points would be double damage, if I'm not mistaken. But you get them when you level up, you get like a spinny wheel to pick between the three stats. I forgot to mention awareness, which is like luck, kinda. Also, the game's really dark, so like the bat you want to keep around you to see, and your awareness adds like an ambient light around your character so you can see when the bat is busy. Because there are some rooms where like there's food in the air for the bat to go munch on. Anyways, that's what awareness is. As I say, I'm panicking. Ah. Right. When you level up, it does the spinny wheel. You get to pick one of the three stats based on the spinny wheel. Like, you stop it at a point and you get that stat. And it seems to, like, prioritize stats that you have lesser numbers of. And each one gives you, like, I don't know, 3 points. So it's possible to get, like, 9 total if you really want to, like, dump strength or whatever. So, like, at such a negligible rate, it's going to take a while before you hit that 200 threshold and actually start doing double the damage. But, like, it does make kind of a difference eventually. Luckily, from exploring, you also can, like, get chests which contain potions, which will increase your stats by 5 points each. And there are quite a few of those. So those start to add up in time. Okay, what if I put stuff in these cells beforehand? I know I did that the first time, but I feel like I'm getting, like, more screwed by waiting. So solving puzzles also gets you like big experience bonuses, so that's its own reward. But you also pick up gems and money, which there's like shops for you to refill your ammo for the various fruits and rocks and stuff, and get pouch upgrades. Oh, I see it closed behind me. Wonderful. Again, the puzzles are pretty good. They're all very creative. I don't think I've done anything like most of them in like any other game. There's even like a whole bonus room if you've collected all of the gems, which is like, these are puzzles that were so hard that the developer decided not to include them in the main game. And I went and did those. There's also a combat challenge there for those of you who want that. But aside from that, the gems usually net you like little bonus thingies like pouch upgrades, stat potions, charisma boosting things. I guess that's like a hidden stat maybe that comes from these trinkets you get from your guy who you trade the gems to. And charisma basically boosts the mana pool you have for your companion, who can use a special ability, which is sometimes used to solve puzzles as well. So like, all these things you get, like the fruits and whatnot, they're like just getting different kinds of keys that also are kind of weapons, like you know, missiles, super missiles, bombs, power bombs. You can definitely follow the Metroid format. They just don't necessarily have combat functionality, which makes them feel kind of weird. So you might also like to know that you can be both a male and a female barbarian. Both of which have like completely unique sprites. The girl fights with claws, the man fights with a sword. So I'm sure that's a selling point for some girls, right? I don't know. Gotta be a reason all the companies are making female protagonists now. See, I played the male because he looked like a normal barbarian, but I've heard some people say that the girl has like better animation quality overall, so that's cool, I guess. I really like the talking animation they use for all the characters. It's just kind of like really wide open mouth, like it stretches a lot, and it looks pretty hilarious. Again, with the dialogue choices, from exploring some areas, you'll end up finding, like, notes and stuff, which sometimes at the end of a long chain of puzzles, that'll feel like such a nothing reward. But when you get to a certain choice in the game, you'll be glad that you found those notes, because it'll give you the correct answer to get the good ending for whatever. So, like, pay attention to that stuff. Oh, I actually survived, guys. Took long enough, huh? Rage. Trembling with rage. Attack power plus 10, evasion minus 10. Alright. So again, with the choices, I think that I feel like I wouldn't know most of them even existed if it wasn't for the achievements, which tell me that, like, I could have bribed the imps or I could have saved this character. So, like, the first time you're playing through, they kind of act as a heads up that, like, maybe you could have done something differently. But also, the game gets kind of pretty difficult combat-wise the longer you play it. So, like, the achievement that wants you to beat the game without dying, I feel is pretty unachievable. What's the note? I just realized I'm locked in this room. Huh. Seems I just had to leave something in its place. So what was I saying? Right, game gets kind of difficult through the combat. I think that beating it without dying is kind of unachievable. Though there are a whopping 2 resurrection potions in the game. One you have to purchase, the other you find as a reward for some pretty difficult stuff. So those feel pretty sweet, though be aware that they're, like, set to use automatically, and you can, like, toggle that off if you don't want to use it. Ah, shit. Well, I kind of wanted to know what was down here anyways, so I'll live with that. Oh no, so many boys. Oh shit. No, not the kill squad. There we go. I think we got this. Except when he snipes our mage. I think part of the big ramp in difficulty is that once you get to the part where you get your first elemental shift for the bat, it kind of just sets you free. You can go anywhere else on the map, and there's still a lot of map to explore with some pretty cool places in it. But, like, you're just left to your own devices, and, you like, maybe you get lost, you don't know where to go anymore. Or you'll end up in an area that's maybe just a bit too hard for you. Like, maybe since the Goblin Fortress is probably the most obvious place to go, or the Ogre Fortress, I think it is, you'll have headed there, where you get your ass pounded because the guys are so strong, and that's, like, the last place you're supposed to go. Though it's also possible to sneak through there without fighting anyone, so like, you by all means go through there if you're trying to speedrun. And you know, I really like that sense of freedom, but I'm not gonna pretend I didn't get lost. Part of why it took me so long to beat, I was like, these puzzles are hard, and I'm also not making progress. Like, I need to take a break. Every time I played it, like, my mind fucking melted. I would compare the story kind of to like this, or like, you know, you're figuring out the mystery of the dungeon that you've been knocked into, and then like you're meeting some sub-characters, some of which are like not even alive anymore, like you're just meeting them through notes. And like, you know, I thought it was pretty solid for what it was. And something interesting is that the game does have controller support, and for throwing the fruits and stuff, you will like be able to throw in all directions if you are using the controller, because it's twin stick. But if you're using the keyboard controls, you will be in what's called sling mode, where you can only throw in like a short arch above your head, which works for most puzzles, but for like those puzzles that were too hard to go into the game, I found myself needing the controller to even get them done. Probably why he didn't include them. But it's also just like easier because you flick the stick and you throw the fruit, like you can make it rain real easy. But then with the keyboard controls, you have the advantage of being able to spam the X key to attack, which is, spamming a key is a lot faster than spamming a button, both from like an input lag perspective and just like it's easier motion to do. Like, keys are just looser than buttons. So like, I might advise you to play the game with like the controller, and like when you're doing a boss fight, you switch to the keyboard maybe, question mark. There was one boss that I wanted the controller for. So just like keep them both plugged in at all times and switch between them because it lets you do that. It detects which one you're using. I need to like hit that button to turn the shit off like now. God damn. Part of me just wants to keep save scumming because he's missing out on experience from being dead. I did mention the game was like 20 hours long. Just like looking at like the kind of game that is, I was not expecting that. I was expecting like 10. So like, there's a lot of content there, and that's pretty cool. And it's pretty good too. I thought it was a fantastic game. Though it is very difficult, so like I can't recommend it to everyone. Elite gamers only, please. I should also mention that the soundtrack is like fantastic. It is like full of jams. I want to say it's like vaguely Castlevania-y, but like there's something else there. Like it's kind of more epic, less spooky Halloween-y sounding. I think that's about all there is to say about the game. It's deceptively complex, let's say. Like, it looks simple on the surface, and you get something that's like a lot more than you bargained for. And, you know, I don't know what kind of fucking advertising campaign Celeste had that made it so popular, but this game does not have that, though I feel like it could definitely contend with it, or given enough attention. So, with that in mind, I guess we will give it, like... I'm dancing between, like, an 8 and a 9. I feel like the difficulty spike is, like, a pretty big, like, deal break at points, so maybe that's why we should give it an 8 instead. And it also doesn't get to complete it because of how difficulty it is. But, like, definitely try and do all the puzzles. It's worth exploring. You definitely need it with how hard it is. Like, getting all those stat potions is gonna be a big deal for you. Speaking of Celeste, I remember they like an expansion came out a long time ago now. And it was free, and I never like went back to it. Though I was kind of disappointed to find out later that like the developer decided that they were trans, in addition to just like being incredibly depressed, and that was like the whole premise of the game. They now decide that they're trans, and they like forced that change onto Madeline as well. Probably because like they're projecting themselves onto the character to begin with. But like I didn't feel like that was a necessary change. You didn't have to rewrite a big part of the character for that. Like they're already dealing with depression. You don't need to make the shit that heavy. But like that was like the whole focal point of that expansion apparently. And like it's still a great game, so I will play it at some point, but like again, I just wish that they didn't like further complicate the character. Like I thought the whole depression thing was fucking tastefully done. And like my friend who played it, he didn't even realize that's what the game was about until like you get to the fucking part where Shadow bitch pops up and is like, "No, you're not going anywhere, bitch." She brings you back down to the fucking bottom, and that's like a huge moment. And like, you know, I feel like you can't just shoehorn something else like that into the game and have it still work. So with that room with all the flying shit, after a while, it started spawning skellies. Do you think that maybe there's a reward if we fight enough of them? I'm curious. Not exit. Oh, this must be to activate the flippies. Or not. The flippies are already going. I just need to wait for them. Maybe the skeleton didn't spawn, he just came from over here. Yeah, it makes sense.
Hello? Where did all those skeletons come from? That's what I need to know. I pushed that button and it didn't do anything seemingly, but those skeletons came out of nowhere as well. So they have to be related. Still hear stompers. Did I get another key? I did. That's the way down. We never got the cog key. You realize how infuriating that is? We also never found a way into this room. Though maybe it's related? Right? That is a part of the big flippy room, right? So maybe that button that we pushed opened up another hidden wall somewhere in there. We have to give it another look. I still have no idea where all the skeletons came from. Like, where did they come from? I don't suppose they were just constantly spawning in with the flyboys and they just decide to leave because their pathing is set to like random or something, as opposed to hunting me down. I don't suppose that blue light means anything. Still not sure what that wall button did, and I don't know if I left it on or off state, so I like have to do a double take around this whole area. See if anything changed. Okay, so it's definitely just starting the thing. That's all that button does. And it possibly could have opened a door down here, but I doubt it. There's just a big box room, so it's not hard to check. Do a quick scan, Rooney. And alright, we can move on with our lives. Kinda. Still don't know how to get in here. That's the... That's the one from the floor above. Now, it's possible that there's a staircase on the floor below this as well that leads back up, or a portal or something. But that'd be pretty lame if you asked me. Because now it's making me keep that information in my head for 3 floors, and that's like too much. Though I suppose this floor itself was a bit shorter than the typical floor. Because we already did so much of it in the underground parts of the last level. Now, I still think it took me a while because those hard thingies. Those hard mobs. Ta-da! Squabble leveled up. That willpower, baby! Just keep fire bursting forever. It doesn't matter. It's pretty strong. Let's make a hard save. And how are we doing on time? 2.5. We can do a little bit more. Woo! Not spiders, Jesus Christ. I guarantee that, like, gave somebody a heart attack. And I am one of those people. No, I'm surrounded. You bitch. God, it's so weird when it goes through your body from behind. When you're getting poked with a spear, it's a cool effect, but with the spiders just going through you, it's fucking weird. What the fuck? Oh my god! There's enough space here to not get cornered. I just have to quit being a dumbass. No, you should say, boy, just don't be an idiot. Just say, you know, get good, boyo. Yeah, she'd probably do more damage if she wasn't starving. I think we won. We are poisoned, but that doesn't matter much because there's a crystal above us. Oh, how do I get turned around like that though, bro? Ow. Got more spoods. Oh, I lost a knife somewhere. And you throw two at a time. Okay, we are stuck here. If I didn't think that the door was gonna open back up, I would have like healed myself sooner. Antidote, and then antidote, and you know, now we just reload. I'm pretty sure I saved some point in there, so I just have to you know, do the things quicker. Save who needs saving. Health potion. Oh. Okay. How do I make the things? It's cave nettles, right? Let's just get all of them. Alright, need to make more potions. Need antidotes. And I need another flask for a health potion. What is this? Okay. Yeah, we need lots and lots of food. Eat that mush. Eat that bug. Armed combat. Needs more dodge. That's cool. He needs to have a good cloak then. Yeah, that is a good cloak. Level up. More throw. Become the Pokemaster. Okay, I think we're in an okay spot. I mean, there's all that ogre wandering around. And speak of the devil. Oh! Oh! Walk about, watch your back. What? Seems like I can only make backwards movements. I do not like you, mister. Aha! I gave him the rope-a-dope. Except I'm also kind of dead, but we don't have to talk about that. You're a prisoner now, like the one below. I wonder who's in prison below. Couldn't possibly be the two-room fella. And maybe. He was here when the place was built. If you couldn't guess, those riddle thingies were all related to the whole purpose of this place. Like they buried someone after they imprisoned them and put them to sleep. It's not Tyrim. Spoilers. But, you know, right now you don't have anything else to go on, so you might think as much, since he's talking to you in your dreams and stuff. That'd be the assumption of who's talking to you anyways. Ah ha ha. There's only one guy leaving you notes in the main game. Like, there's no one else who it could be. This Lord Perel guy is added by the Master Quest. Fucking Melvin. Oh, does no damage. Keep it going, boyo. Ah, no! How'd that hurt the back row? You're insane. A lot of health too. Hello, smelly boy. Is he like not taking damage sometimes? Is he blocking it? Or you have to hit him from specific points on his bod? No. Did a fair amount of damage, actually. Not that I didn't think it would do big damage, I just thought they'd be less than, like, the Fireball. Or the Fire Burst. I'm sure Fireball does do more. Gotti. This Agra hammer. Look at that junk. Can't even throw it. Some foods. I should really put some fucking bullshit in these in the sack here. How about a treasure shack, eh? Eh? Or a treasure box, more like. Take that treasure, put it in a box. Huh. I don't know why I'm holding this. Fuck it. Organize these too. Arrows that I'll never use. I might use them eventually. And you saw how that big guy drained us for thingies. I'm sure the final boss will be something like that too. I keep the bombs out because I actually use those, I guess. Did I leave my only bow behind? Oh well. We'll find another one, I'm sure. Can't be only one short bow in the game and like that's it. Come on. Come on. Alright, so what about... Oh hey, crab boy. You can stay in this cage. I want to find the thing where I was walking backwards, because I don't know what it was. Halls of Fire. Right, Halls of Fire! Okay. What? Am I, like, messing something up? Because I'm only here to click the first time I walked through the hall. And the first time we did this, I heard 2 clicks, so I thought I did something right. There's definitely more to that. Does it reset when I go back? I think I maybe heard something open just now. The fuck? Ah, it was a trap. It has something to do with activating portals, I guess. But I don't know what comes out. We got a rock. But where's that from? It couldn't be my rock. Does the clicking maybe mean I went the wrong way? I mean, normally it's the other way around, but it's possible, right? Yeah, I have no fucking idea. Watch your back. I definitely hear a portal. I just have no idea what that's connected to.
Oh, Spider Boy. Oh no! I like being surrounded. Jesus Christ. That reflection there. I thought those were like spider legs clipping out of the wall. It scared the fuck out of me. A Warhammer. Piece of junk. Ugh. I don't know what the point of any of that was. I don't suppose that means I can't go back up ever. I still don't know where the key is. I want that cog key. Well, I don't like spook. Oh god, not snails. There's just like a nice stash of food for us to get. Oh, now we're stuck. There's so fucking many. Oh, he's got plenty of space to carry. Why don't you take the treasure box, boyo? Oh. That'll last us a while. Probably why they put it in. Slugs basically pose no threat at this point. Like, that wasn't dangerous by any means. Maze of Madness. I thought it was gonna be like normal maze and just kind of hard to see where you're going because of all these things, but nope. Oh, hey, a button. That worked. Wasn't exactly where I thought it would. To go north. Okay, so north is a vale. Right? No, this is north. So, like, I already knew that was bad. It's confusing because you get disoriented. But we want to go west then. Okay, so west is also bad. Then south. And south took us back here. So none of the directions worked? Yeah, south just puts you back. We went everywhere but east, which is, of course, pointing back towards here. So I should know that it just puts me back to the beginning. That's not what happened. So now we want to go north. Where are we? Oh. Let's go west. didn't take us anywhere. So then all that's left is south. It's back here. Where we go. North. No. Are we? That didn't take us anywhere, so we go south again, and then west. Takes us back to the beginning. What was the point of this button? What did it do? Supposed to be clicking buttons in other places, that way it made it clicky. These, like, do other things, maybe? Nope. I don't know. Apparently I'm somewhere else now. So this is a new portal. And that just took me back where I didn't want to be, so I'll put us back over there. Ah, so I changed things. It actually changed things, I think. No, I just...
I got. Basically one, and then I don't fucking know, two. It was like here. Fuck. Whatever. Put a fucking B, capital B. And that, I'm sure, opened up the way to that next alcove. Don't know how it expects me to get there, though. Oh, okay, it's just gone now. Sick. Well, that was a lot simpler than I thought it was, but we did it. And I think we have the full chitin set now. Then I got this sick wizard hat. But, like, if my man can't wear it anymore. No, I'm missing the boots. When I get him up to 17 in light armor, he'll be able to wear it, so he can just hold on to that for now. I guess he can wear the whole shebang. Pretty sure that does something like... Did we just get teleported? Scared. This is like prime jump scare opportunity. The noisy control lies beyond the lever. Don't take your eyes off it as you step east. What? I'm so confused. I don't know how to not take my eyes off the lever. But also, this is east. Fuck you. I thought the fucking bullshit portals was the Maze of Madness, not this lunacy. Okay, so, like, it gave me the note, which means I did something right, yeah. I don't know what I did. Fuck you, game. You're not locking me back. I saw that door open. Now, what if I just have to undo the buttons? You know, some mazes of madness just want to be treated like the fine ladies they are. And, you know, you gotta undo the buttons for them if you want to get it done, alright? Gotta show some manners. Gotta work for it. I'm free! Fuck you. Fuck you. Never want to see that shit again. We get spooked instead. Guys, I'm hearing, like, what do you call it? Subsonic sounds? Like, really low tones that you can't actually hear but kind of make you sick. It's like the kind of shit that they'd be playing in your cell in Guantanamo Bay to try and make you talk. If you, like, hear that stuff for a while, I think that it'll cause hallucinations and maybe even your ears will start to bleed after a very long time. The sound effect that the Reapers make in Mass Effect 3 is actually, like, just above subsonic. Like, it still gives you the same creepy feeling without the dangerous side effects. I think's pretty interesting. Speed 15, power 19. Which is better. Fucking... Okay. We're all slow now. I don't even need to hold these fucking ring gauntlets. No, I guess I do, because I'll probably give him the Squablo when he gives up his armor. And aside from the creepy sound, that wasn't so bad, I don't think. No, it also seems that we're not actually done with the haunted halls. Haunted could just be referring to all the undead soldiers. I'm pretty sure the creepy sounds have stopped. Smack these bones around. Am I supposed to be, like, trapping guys in here? so. I don't know how to do it. I guess it's just like a pathfinding exploit, like the door is technically open, but they're not going to leave it. It's been a long time since I've seen a skull. Aha, fucker, give no rope-a-dope. Obviously these pressure plates do other things. I need to, like, trap them in here and see what else I can open with it. Aww. Maybe it closes based on who is standing on what. So, like, if there's someone on each of the plates, then all the doors will close. Excluding the player, of course, because they don't seem to have any effect on the plates. I have been sufficiently spooked. I'm leaving. I can't recall what I even got from doing that, if anything. Maybe I haven't even gotten the true reward yet, because I haven't gotten anyone on all 3 plates. I kind of hear a third guy still walking, but I thought that I only had 2 guys left, which is why I started killing him. I thought it was impossible to do what I needed to do. But now, it sounds like that isn't the case. He got me, what a clever bitch. Huh. I suppose it's possible that the skeletons are spawning, but from where? Oh, that's 3 of them. That's 4 of them, actually. That's 5 of them, actually. Uh, You know, I don't like this place. I don't get it. I'm not sure what my goal is, because filling this up completely seems pretty impossible. But, like, the fucking switch doesn't even behave consistently enough for me to find out. And these guys just keep coming out of fucking nowhere. I'm just gonna assume that they are spawning infinitely and get the fuck out of here now. Because I'm not I am not brain enough for this. Did I leave my boots there? I probably did. Yeah. We can, Haunted. What the fuck? Switch room. Infinity spawns? Something like that. Right, well, as long as we're screwed, I think that now is probably a good place to stop. Went on a bit longer than I thought. I know I said I'd just do a little bit more, but then, like, fucking Madness Maze happened, and I wanted to see what else cool was in store. And, you know, the game's just fucking with me now, and, this is like the feeling I was getting from Batbarian, like my brain just can't take it, I need a break. So, that's all, folks. I will see you guys later, I guess. I don't know when later will be, but later. Bye-bye.